This one will be short and sweet. We already know from the news that March 25th will not be a pleasant day for Donald Trump. That's the day when his first criminal trial, the election interference case where money was transferred to pay hush to Stephanie Clifford, professionally known as Stormy Daniels, starts. That date is also when, unless he puts up a bond, Trump will be obliged to pay the well over $355 million back to New York State. If, by that time, he's unable to either put up a bond or pay the state in cash outright, Attorney General Letitia James will start seizing Trump assets and sell them to raise the money owed. Not his idea of a good time. This needs to be mentioned because Trump's Time Lords, what I've used to predict his current downfalls, has more news to tell us. We know from November 20th, 2023 to June 15th, 2024, Donald John Trump is currently in the worst period of his adult life. Notice that a bunch of that certainly seems to have come true. I called out this period back when Twitter was still actually called Twitter on March 20th, 2022. Some of the exact timing of events has not been what science would call exact. But the description of the events tormenting Mr. Trump, calculated by terms used exclusively by yours truly, have come to pass with astonishing precision. Media commentators have remarked that Trump seems less worried about being put in jail than he is about having his net worth reduced, a part of that because the civil case of defamation towards E. Jean Carroll and the New York financial fraud case can't be canceled even if Trump is elected president, at least not legally. Since March 25th has become the focus of two unpleasant events in Trump's life reported in the news, I thought to check it out if there's a specific Time Lord subperiod involved at that date. There is. Recall that the main period of the Jyotish Time Lord, the Vimshotri Dasha, is the moon. And the second level of the Time Lord is Ketu, the object in the sky that causes the moon to be eclipsed. The third level Time Lord is Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet most affected by Moon Ketu, as Ketu, the south node of the moon, is traveling backwards in the sign Jupiter is in, Libra. Right when the Time Lord went from Moon Mercury to Moon Ketu, Ketu was partile conjunct right on the natal sun of Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York State. This was a clear indication that Ms. James was going to be the nemesis for Trump during the entire Moon Ketu period. 3 out of the 4 Time Lords for March 25th, 2024 have been accounted for. Moon, Ketu, Jupiter. Trump's natal Jupiter is at 17 Libra 27. Transiting Ketu, causing no end of trouble, will be at 15 Libra 34. Where is the 4th level Time Lord, Mercury? It's transiting at 24 Aries 12, opposite the sign where Ketu is currently located. But what Mercury is doing here is pointing to the action, not affecting it. Again, Ketu is at 15 Libra 34. There's something in the opposite sign of Aries that tells the tale. Trump has his lot of victory at 15 Aries 43, 9 minutes of arc from exact opposite Ketu at 15 Libra 34. All of this period remains Moon Ketu. Everything Ketu does remains fully active and pertinent. I ask you, what is the opposite of victory if 15 Aries 43 is victory for Trump? Defeat. The opposite of victory is defeat. The indications are clear. On March 25th, Donald Trump will have to start paying the money he and his companies owe New York State. He will be defeated in his desire to avoid having to pay. As the Stormy Daniels hush money election interference case will commence on that date, we can expect Trump to go down in defeat in that case as well. If, I repeat loudly, if both of these predictions, admittedly pretty apparent even without astrology, come due right on time, it will be further evidence that your YouTuber has a more accurate implementation of the most used Time Lord in all of astrology than anybody else.